T stands for teaching, E stands for educating, and A stands for bringing awareness. And that's exactly what we are doing. Somebody put me in B flat because I feel like I'm about to go there. Oh, I feel my health coming up.
All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Let me pull this down a little bit. Let me pull this down. Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of the Majorette T. As you guys know, it's T stands for teaching, E stands for educating, and A stands for bringing awareness. Now, let me go ahead and solidify this whole ordeal. So tonight's episode is, we're not going to be in the land of Majorette. Okay. We're not going to be in the lands of Majorette tonight. We're going to go back over to where we once was before, over to the drill team community. Now, listen, y'all. We got enough issues as we know it on our own. We got enough issues as we know it on our own when it comes to us talking about entertaining and what is appropriate for kids and what is appropriate to say and what is appropriate not, or what's not appropriate to say. You know, we already got to be, what's the word I want to use for this? I want to make sure I got it right. We are already scrutinized. I think I can use that. Is that safe to say? We already scrutinized by outside people that looks at our community as a joke. You know, they look at our dance movements and say, oh, that's not appropriate for kids. But it's just lack of understanding. You know, we coach our kids and we teach our kids what they are wanting to go do once they finish out of our organization and wants to go and pursue a higher level of education. Okay, let's talk about it. Y'all make sure y'all come in a live video. Make sure y'all share the live video, tell the live video, and invite to live video, because tonight's tea is sweet, hot, and juicy. But also, let me help y'all out a little bit. This platform is not regular Facebook. This is a whole nother platform that I have to pay for. This is a podcast. So you guys do me a favor and bless that Cash App down there so we can go ahead and get all into the nitty gritty. If I see your Cash App come across, I will send you a special shout out. Thanking you so much. It could be $1, it could be $5, it could be $20, heck, it could be $50, whatever you see fit to bless the Cash App with for tonight's tea. However, just wanted to put that plug in. It is pinned at the bottom of the live. So, you guys, once again, I'm going to get into the nitty gritty, and I have the video. It's downloaded. It's sitting in my video clips. I'm going to play it for y'all. But before I go in and dig in that deep, I do have a couple of people that's going to come on. That's a part of the Majorette community, kind of gear into, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we saying? What are we doing? What are we doing? So long story short, you guys, there is a video that has went viral, and the parent posted it. I just saw it today. It was literally just sent to me today, about a baby girl. She looked like she couldn't be more over than like 7. I'll give or take 7, 8 years old. And they are, so first of all, what I've been told. Thank you, Sparkle. Thank you, baby, for your $5 sugar. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much, boo. I see your Cash App. Trayvon, thank you for your $5 pockets. All right, y'all better bless the Cash App on tonight. Y'all better bless it on tonight, honey, because this thing costs. And you know what I do when I bring the tea is good and hot tea. So make sure y'all keep on blessing like y'all doing. I see y'all Cash Apps coming through. So, but the thing I want to talk about, you guys, is very, 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 very serious in our Black community. We all love our babies going in, dancing, expressing themselves. We love it. We want to encourage it. We want to push it. We want to see it. But occasionally, it gets taken a little bit too far. Too far. And I want to dig deep into this because I did invite the mother. I don't know who the coach or the director is over the I don't know who the coach or the director is that is over this organization, but I did reach out to the mom and I said, we will be going live to talk about this. And the mom was encouraging. She was like, "Oh baby, I let her cuss when she comes to performance." Y'all seen it when I posted it. The mama had first of all, I had asked the question. I said, "What drill team is this?" That wasn't even the important part. The important part was, how are we okay? Hey, how are we okay with allowing our children to go into public and act like that? How are we allowing our kids to just, be okay with motherfucker this, that, you know what I'm saying? Because it starts at home. It starts at home. And it's no different when we talk about how our majorettes act. It starts at the head and trickles its way down to the youngest baby on the team. That is the same way as a household. It starts at the head. The baby see you doing it. And you laugh and kiki, but it's all fun and games until that baby goes behind your back or not even behind your back. She goes in front of you and starts doing the most. So let's play the video. Then I'm gonna bring on my special guest, and we'll see if the mom will come on. Like I invited the mother. We'll see if the mother will come on. But let's hit the video right quick.
Like that. On beat archive.
One hand up.
Let me play that again one more time.
Like that. On beat archive.
One hand up.
Let me play it one more time.
Like that. On beat archive.
One hand up.
Jennifer, I think we're ready for you, baby. Jennifer, listen. I don't even know if there's any justification for that. Let me just put that out there. Y'all, please make sure y'all are sending your cash apps. The cash app is pinned at the bottom. The cash app is pinned at the bottom. So please bless that cash app. This is not regular Facebook Live. This is a platform. This is a podcast I have to pay monthly for to bring y'all this tea. So please make sure y'all are sharing not only the live, but also blessing the live. Go ahead and send y'all cash apps over. I'll give y'all a shout out. But Jennifer, wait, Jennifer, let's play it while you on, Jennifer. Hold on. Let's play it one more time.
Like that on weak archives.
One hand up.
Oh, we're gonna get to the parents in one moment. You just hold right on. We're gonna get to the parents in one moment. Now, this is what I have an issue with. I see where they were going. You know, everybody wants to be hot topic, Wendy Williams. Everybody knows the situation that happened between Will Smith and Chris. Is it Chris Rock? Everybody knows the situation between Chris Rock and Will Smith at the Oscars, right? At the Oscars, Chris Rock had made a disrespectful comment towards Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, and he was laughing at first, and he walked on stage and smacked the piss out of Chris Rock and said, "Keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth." Now, I see where it was going, and I'm thinking, okay, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Can I be frank? Y'all make sure y'all share the live video, take the live video. Can I be frank?
Ooh, be somebody good, because that was a whole mess.
When you do something, yeah. When you do something like this, you want to see some power come behind it. You make it a very strong, and let's just 86 the kids for a second, y'all. Let me put the babies on a back burner. When you go that hard and that strong, and that baby said the words, she was very clear what she said. I'm expecting, okay, y'all doing all that. Y'all must about to punch us with a routine. It was given very much womp, womp, womp. Like, y'all being forceful with the cuss words, y'all make sure the babies remember that. But what did y'all remember about a routine? Because I didn't see anything that made me constantly say, oh, baby, they just killed it. They killed them curse words, but their routine was a little lackluster. So, Jennifer, I want your take on it. Because listen, like I said, the parent, and I shared it. I shared it on my page. When it was sent to me, I shared it on the page. And the parent was very adamant. She said, look, that she knows that that's the only time she can curse when she's at drill team, and excuse me, it's not a drill team, it's a marching band. It's a marching band with no percussion, or only percussions, because they only had drums. So it's given very much y'all practice that one speech at home, obviously, and you missed the rest of the assignment. Because I didn't see nothing come behind. So, Jennifer, what is your take on what we just...
While I sit here in this vehicle, I'm not going to bash no one's parenting skills, but let me tell you, had I had my child said anything, had an adult instructed my 6-year-old child to say anything like that, that would be the last day she would be performing. I would have snatched her from that performance, and I would have had a conversation with that coach, because I'm trying to figure out, what is it? Like, we know what happened, but is it to the point where you can't think of nothing else for them to say? Nothing else for them? Like, they just had to say that part. Like, I'm gonna turn around. This is a band right here.
Oh, yeah. I hear them in the background getting ready, honey. It was more open for me. Why did y'all have to use the emphasis on, okay, we get what y'all saying. Y'all reenacted the entire scene where they took the pom-pom and it was acting like they was slapping, somebody in the face. But who were y'all saying that to? I'm gonna bring Deanna on. Who was y'all saying? Who was y'all bringing? Who was y'all like? Come on now.
But because it was forceful, that baby.
She was very forceful with the words.
I was like, oh, she say this, baby. She be saying this.
but the parent, I want to make sure I go back to the comment section. The parent also was very, very adamant. And she said, and I quote, going back to my post, she said, that's how they do up here. So they're saying that that's how they act in Baltimore. That's how the band is. That's how they act. That's what she said. I'm just telling you what the Lord loves, and that's true. That's what she said. That's what she said. So I kind of want to get you guys' take about this because, again, we are already fighting enough demons as it is in our community. But again, Majorette and drill team does go hand in hand. It's not too far-fetched. It's still, our youth trying to find something positive to be able to do. And our adults that are supposed to be our mentors are trying to do something positive with the kids to keep them off the street. But when you look at something like this, and it's like, okay, if you guys are encouraging all your whole drill team or your whole marching band, as you call it, because she called it a marching band, she said it's not a drill team, it's a marching band. If that's the case, then you're instilling it's okay for y'all to act any type of way when you're in public. And I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that we are supposed to train our kids up to be good stewards of the community. I thought we were supposed to be training our kids up to be able to act in a classy, dignified way. When they see that yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, no one's going to look at that and say that it's going to be respectful. And then the mom goes, so let me get y'all take, because I don't want to take too much from y'all, because y'all may see something and I'm like, I don't want to be missing a pot. Y'all, yeah.
Girl, hell no, because this, okay, she's worried about, and I'm not saying this child particularly, but just as a whole, they're worried about their name being in somebody else's mouth. Can you even spell your name? Like, why are you talking like this? And I do understand the idea of being sassy and nobody coming for my team, but this ain't it. And stuff like this can follow you for the rest of your life, and can have a negative impact on you as you get older. So while we're encouraging this type of behavior, well, some of us are, we have to think about it in the long run. Is this video gonna pop back up, when she's trying to get on the elite team, or if she's trying to get in college? And I know she's a child and she's only following instructions at the time, but stuff like this does matter and can follow you the rest of your life. And it just puts a bad taste in people's mouth. Like, I don't want to invite that team because it's coming across as aggressive. How I know they're not gonna haul off and fight somebody? If they don't get the results that they want as it relates to a competition or something. So, like you said, Jazz, we already dealing with enough as a community, with the scamming and folks fighting, and then the outside people outside of the community looking down on us as ghetto and ratchet and stuff, and all we doing is give them more reason not to accept us. And I'm not saying that we have to be validated by our white counterparts or any other dance community. I'm just saying that if we want to be respected as a particular genre of dance, we can't be allowing this type of stuff to go on and call it cute. That's not cute. Because if she turn around and cuss your ass out, then you're going to be ready to whoop her and fight her. But you think it's okay for her to say that to somebody else's child on another team in the middle of performance. Now, I'm not going to judge, because I don't know all the details. I don't know these people's personal life, and they might be the Let me park a lot,
D. Let me park a lot. If anybody else has any feedback on maybe how it is up there, or if y'all have any feedback, please inbox me. I'll send you guys the link to come on. I don't mind you guys coming on. I don't, because we're trying to make this. We're trying to, maybe we're missing something. Maybe it's something that y'all do up there that us down south we don't. Because we understand is yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. We understand that there's certain things you can't say in front of your mom, and there's certain things that you can't say in front of your dad, and vice versa, whatever it may have you. So if you guys have a different type of feeling about it, or maybe there's something that you guys, maybe there's something that they do in Baltimore up north that we don't know about. We want to honestly see on both sides what constitute your coach to think it's okay to teach your 7-8-year-old child to curse.
And then it was the F-bomb. It wasn't like it was.
Oh yeah, baby, she was still over that.
The more mild curse words that you might can slide by and get away with. Now, it was a whole MF and Bum that the baby dropped. And I cursed
She
like
said,
a
keep
sailor.
my name out your. That's what she said.
I curse like a sailor. If on my personal podcast, you hear me say all types of stuff, but I would never allow my children or any child that I teach to curse like that so freely. Like, and I know kids curse, you know what I'm saying? They're going to mimic what they hear adults say, but just in the presence, it's a community event. Like, I can see if it was y'all performance and that's how y'all are with y'all own group of people, but it's a community event where other children are looking like, Mama, they cursing. Can I curse now? Like, it's.
I'm not gonna play with this comment with you, B. I'm not gonna play with you. B said, he said, man, with all that cussing and none of them threw a clean 8 count. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you was aggressive. Like, we like them and stuff that you like, okay, they intimidating us a little bit. They about to throw something real tight. Like, it's something about to come behind it. And then it was like, wah, wah, wah. Like,
which just lets me, I just want, which has me thinking, what exactly are you teaching as the head of the organization, as a parent? Like, what are you teaching? What are you being purposeful about when it comes to these children, the way they're being seen, the way they represent you, their family name? Like, what are you teaching? Because if your biggest influence is social media, the hottest news that happened on TV, then we need to reevaluate some stuff. But I will say, I'm not gonna say no names, but there was a director from up north who came down here to work with a band, and he did the exact same thing, and it did not go over well.
The exact same thing. Did he curse?
Yes, he had the band do a chant with a curse word in it. And so the band was adults and children. So I'm not gonna say I see how it made sense, because it didn't make sense to me. Anytime you go to an event, I don't care if it's all adults, all what, if there's children there, you need to kind of censor yourself. But yes, he did the exact same thing, and it did not go over well. It was something like along the lines like, what's that shit you talking? What, like something like that. But the parents, when they came to the event, they were pissed, to say the least. So it had to just be, my bad. It just had to be talked about. It had to be discussed, because what we had to make sure that you're always representing the organization, these children, the best life. These parents don't want to go nowhere and their kids cussing for the TV in front of strangers. Because only thing they're gonna say is, they're not gonna say, look at that band. They're gonna be like, oh, you see that child right there? I know her mama. Right. And she cooking like that. So
and that's just like, again, that's just like, and another thing we want to talk about, this really does not have anything to do with the Majorette community or the drill team community, but it also still has something to do with what are we teaching our kids. Because I know you guys seen that thing that went viral with that girl in that purple dress down there in Memphis that was holding up the guns and the rifles and going to prom. And
she was from Memphis.
Was doing the same thing. And it was like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? What are we, like, seriously, y'all, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? And it's so sad because we, you know, and then I seen somebody's comment, they said, this part right here makes the reason why it's so hard for us to fight, for us to have something of our own called Majorette, because of this stuff right here. Like I said, drill team, it still is a coincide. It's still 8 counts y'all have to throw, just like Majorette. We throw 8 counts just like y'all do. Y'all drillers throw 8 counts just like we throw 8 counts. It's still a combination of the two. It may be a very different genre, but when you talk about drill team, you think of marching band. Again, they said it themselves. They don't consider themselves as a drill team, but they're considered themselves as a marching band. But when you go to a competition, your competition is considered a drill team competition. So again, what are we really talking here? We're talking about how is this a negative effect on our Black entertainment community as a whole.
But you said marching band. Did they have horns and flutes?
No, they didn't.
Okay, so that's not a marching band.
And that's what my conclusion was.
Team with just drums, right?
Yeah,
That's
it.
where we need to start with the right terminology and stop creating narratives that don't even exist.
Said, they said, I guess, and I got a couple inboxes from people saying that that's what they call themselves. Like a lot of their banners up in Baltimore and up in North that has the drill team, they don't call themselves drill teams. They call themselves marching bands.
That's not a marching band.
It's not. We know it's not. We know it's not. We know it's not. But they obviously don't know. Because all of their banners say marching band on it. You know, and so again, it's I want you guys to kind of like see the bigger picture here when we're talking about this. This is very tasteless. It's tacky.
Yeah.
It's it's no words. Like
and it's not a marching band. People keep saying that it's not a marching band. If you look up the word marching band, it consists of different instruments. If it's just the drums, it's considered a drill team. Okay, you can call it whatever you want, but that's what it is. It's a drill team, and they have a drum line, and they have dancers that technically they are majorettes, but their steps are a little bit different than, I don't know. I'm real picky about terminology.
Maybe they can go off by saying they're a marching unit.
No, it's not.
Not a marching unit either.
But are the drummers? Are they marching? Are they doing choreography too? Mm-hmm. Or are they just playing the drums behind the majorettes?
A lot of them just play the drums to back.
They just playing the drums, telling you to keep that name out their motherfucking mouth. That's all they get.
So Lee Delta said, I live here and know most of them. So Lee, let's go ahead and bring you on, Lee. Let me send you an inbox because Lee Delta says that, she knows a lot of them up here and she lives up there. So Lee Delta, if you could just go ahead and check your inbox, you might have to check your message request because we want to hear from you. All you got to do is click on the link. It's going to ask you for your name and it's going to drop you into it's going to drop you in. Trayvon, I sent you the link too, but it's going to drop you into our weight room.
And regardless of what we classify them as, they should be out there cussing, talking about keep their name out their motherfucking mouth. And I think it wouldn't have been as bad if they was like, it's still bad, but it's like, keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. To me, that's like
an adult saying, baby, I'm about to fight you if you don't keep my name. We say, baby, we about to put some action behind it.
Right. That's what it gives me versus I'm about, this shit is about to go down. Okay, it's a curse word, but it doesn't give an aggressive energy. Like, my team is shit.
I'm gonna tell y'all that's not what their banner says. Their banner says marching band. It doesn't say marching band. It says marching band. So
people lie every day.
I'm going off of what they stuff say. Someone outside of our culture. Let me read this. Someone outside of our culture or ignorant to our culture will see this and assume it's a majorette team and judge the entire community based off of this because of the obvious similarity. This was hard to watch as a coach and as a parent. Sherry, I completely agree. And we are, the thing about it is, you guys, when you look at our community, we are already in your face with 8 counts. We are already in your face when it comes to marching in the parades because we're just that boisterous. When we come very, the girls is going to come flamboyant. The guys is going to come, a little bit maybe, sexualized. It's just it's in us. That's why you can't find and I'm just going to say it, you cannot find too many white people that can do us. They try hard. They put some of these white girls and white guys put all their energy into trying to be something that they're not. But when it's just in you, it's just in you. This something that we want to talk about. This goes all the way back to when we talk about coming from Africa. Y'all brought our asses over here, but y'all don't want our culture. We was over there chilling. Bodies out, boobies out, chilling. We was hot. It was hot. They didn't want no clothes on. They wanted to be footloose and fancy free and bucket naked. That's what they wanted. But y'all brought us over here. Now y'all mad because we got more. Let me make sure I say that. We got more flavor than y'all.
More seasoning.
We got more seasoning than y'all. So y'all mad and y'all try, instead of y'all said, well, shoot, if we can't beat them, we'll try to join them, but y'all just don't have it. And that's why it's not necessarily Deanna and Jennifer. It's not necessarily that, you know, they're frowned upon. It is, but that is their only way to actually like look at us and be like, because they're mad because they can't do it. Mm-hmm. They're mad because they don't have that sauce and that flavor that we do. That's what they mad for. So again, you guys, we have to paint we have to paint more of a beautiful nature about ourselves. Like again, we see where y'all was trying to go. We see where y'all was trying to go. But I think your delivery was very wrong.
It was in my opinion, and this is my opinion, it just was unnecessary. Did it add value to the routine? Did the routine live up to what you said? And for me, it did not. And I don't want to comment on people's choreography and stuff because I'm trying not to be judgmental. But if you're going to give that type of energy, then the routine needs to follow that energy that you're getting.
What they tell us, keep the energy. Right. It ain't nothing worse than seeing a routine
get knocked out on the flow. It's like it has to match. If you gonna take it there, your
take it all the way.
Your routine has to align with it, and it's just it's unnecessary. There were plenty of things that could have been said that would have gave the same type of impact or wow factor. Or they didn't come to play. They could have said we didn't come to play. And that would have been like, okay, all right, go ahead then. But keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. Is anybody even saying your name?
Oh, baby.
And I mean, and it's not to belittle or minimize, but we have to do better. We have to hold ourselves accountable as parents, as dancers, as coaches and directors. Like we should want better just because we deserve better. It's not us trying to compare ourselves to anybody else. And I understand the cultures are different because like in Memphis, you know, we check people a lot and checking can be a form of a love language here. And if you don't know that, then you might get offended. So I understand nuance is everything. But motherfucking mouth, of all the things you could have said, this is what we chose. This what we picking.
I want to go to the mom because I did go to the mom's page. So she made a post right after I had shared my post. After it was sent to me and I posted it, she made a post following behind me and she said, y'all so appalled, but cursing and marching bands are not unknown here. She's talking about Baltimore. My child's not grown and she knows that. That's the only time she can curse. Y'all kids doing way worse, but I'm gonna mind my business. So then I'm gonna go to the comments because oh baby, the comments was fun. So the comments say somebody said, cousin, I don't condone children cursing, but when Zaya marched and they cursed, that's the only time I let her as well. Somebody says, then they contradicted us and they say Zaya does too. Though she said exactly, and Kai knows that. So that's the mom said. And so I guess the cousin said Zaya does too, but I'm quite sure she be cussing behind my back. So the mama comes back and says, right, but she knows I better not catch her. So moving on. Somebody said, what happened, sis? She goes so far to say this, y'all. She says, girl, Kai finna go viral. They sharing the post, mad as fuck. She cursing. Now this the mama. Somebody said real shit. They kids doing much more shit.
Mine not.
Somebody said, I don't know why it's banned. Every kid that's in band says bad words, and that's the only when. Okay, I'm gonna read it how they post it. I don't know why it's banned. Every kid that's in a band says bad words, and that's only when got a big thing coming up. This is how they read it. I'm just reading how y'all read it. Illiterate. They need to cut the shits because they most definitely let their kids cuss outside of bad. And a lot of them real shit. I'll read it to you how they wrote it, y'all. So the mom comes back and she says, it's the other states that's talking. LOL. It must not be normal there. My baby going viral, yo, laughing my fucking ass off.
But she going viral about the wrong thing.
It's not a positive viral.
So now she's going to be a meme for the rest of her life.
Let me see, because it gets good. Hold on. So people are condoning the saying the shit only for performances. Like, come on, y'all kids do worse shit. Somebody said it's a part of the marching bands. I guess that's only here. That shit normal to us. And then somebody comes behind ignorant and says, but I see them views up there, so forget whoever don't like it. So now so again, y'all, we facing the fact where people are okay with posting their child doing whatever just for views, because that's what they just said. That's what they just said. They gonna post it for the views. They're gonna post it for the shares, the likes, comments, right, wrong, or indifferent. That's what it's saying. Somebody said, no, she not grown. I told my daughter she gets a pass for that one routine. We all know that our kids have respect, and baby definitely doesn't like to cuss. Let me drink.
And me and Jennifer and I are from Memphis, and we deal with some of the most ghetto, ratchet.
Oh, baby, we know because y'all stay on first.
Oh, okay, we know for
y'all stay on first 48, so don't we know it?
Okay, and that is that's crossing the line here. Cursing in the dance routine in Memphis. So I don't know.
And it kills me that all the parents are making excuses, but what is the head saying? Because me as a coach, why y'all? I'm not understanding, because it's like now, like my girls, and I know y'all got girls too. However you get down at home, that's how you get down at home. But here, this is what it's gonna be. All my hood babies that do whatever, you not gonna do it here. You're not gonna do it wearing anything with my name on it. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what? It just don't make. What is it? What is it?
Mr. Linwood Davis says he's in Baltimore, and every band here isn't like that. Well, I'm glad you clarified that, Mr. Davis, because they're painting this narrative to us down south that is how y'all do up there. That's how y'all roll. That's how y'all get y'all point across. Is y'all can go out there and say, "Bitch, fuck you, motherfucker, fuck you, yo." You know
Maybe let me tell you, they come down here with that. It's on site.
That's what they giving. Like that's where that you say, "Keep my name out your mouth." That's when you got somebody face and telling them, "Bitch," you know what I'm saying? Like that's what they saying.
Down here, performance over, battle over. We okay.
We fighting at this point, yeah. Somebody else said, niece, fuck what people say. That's your damn child. Fuck them. So now this is where it gets good. Somebody then came on a post, and y'all read it. I'm gonna read it how they wrote it. The girl said she needs a new marching band because that wasn't it, toots. And she put laughing images. So she's telling her mama, that's not it. That's not it, poo-poo. That's not it. And so the mama comes back and says, all the ones here do the same thing, sweets. She said, baby, it's the cursing to the routine. It wasn't it, but okay. She said, thankfully, you're not the judge. And then so I guess another cousin comes in and says, cousin, tell a bitch to drop the fuck dead. Like, bitch, bye. Bitches be so pressed and concerned about everyone else's child, but kids probably, never mind. Just shitting. She can curse when the fuck she marching. I'll read it to you how they say it, honey. And so the girl come back, she said, thankfully, I'm not a judge because, baby, that was not it. So then the cousin come back and say, you sound just as dumb, and respectfully leave my kids out of this because they could never. Oh, that's what the girl said. She said, leave my kids out of it because they could never. Some dude come up here talking about go and drop her Instagram so they can follow her with they pressed asses. She says, bet, and tell them to keep Kai name out their motherfucking mouth. Y'all, this is what's going on in the media. I can't make this up. This is what's going on. The people are condoning this 8-year-old baby saying, keep my name out your motherfucking mouth. Aggressively, respectfully. Somebody said, I grew up in a drill team, step team, and later band, and baby, let me even sound like something close to a cuss word in it, and it was on site. So it's okay to cuss for a part of the routine, but then outside of that, they're reprimanded. Mixed signals, if you ask me. The leader of this group ought to be a whole shame of themselves to teach our queens that anything is acceptable to get applause or to follow lead. And that's, before I read the rest of it, and that's the tea. That's the tea. The only people that was applauding them was the parents, because if y'all looked at the video on the other side of the street, they was looking like I know good and see well. They was not hollering. They wasn't like, oh, you know, they wasn't doing nothing but standing there looking. Like, it was disrespectful, obviously, to other people. She then goes on to say, be the trendsetter, bad judgment parents and leaders for real, and a cultural disgrace. Then they go in. She said, the mom comes back and says, now, still in all, the mom is justifying it. She said, that's why I said it's not uncommon here, meaning where we're located. This is normal in marching bands where we're from. Again, she's talking about their marching band. So the girl comes back and says, maybe it became common there recently, being from the north and having competed in the DMV area for years as a youth and teen. That was never a thing. Just curious to know how you are okay with this, or whomever. Okay. So then she comes back. Somebody comes back and tells the mom, fuck them, promise their children do, and say way worse. Then the lady comes back and says, it's common since I was a kid. The mom says, it's common since I was a kid. I'm okay with it because my child isn't grown and doesn't do this on a regular. She knows that it's only okay during performances. And like I said, it's common here. So it's what we're used to, honestly. This is the mama still trying to defend this. Somebody else came on her post and said this. She said, I'm from the South. Marched for years and we never cursed. We would remix the hell out of some lyrics though. I've even marched beside college bands from the South and they not doing all that cussing either. I hope they don't take this to competition because they definitely disqualified. Then the girl comes back and says, 1, I don't have children, but I care about yours as a village, right? Or at least that's how we were raised. 2, I pray that your baby girl continues to go viral in I pray that your baby girl continues. I think she's probably saying, okay, I'm gonna read it how she wrote it, because she wrote it. I pray that as your baby girl, okay, I got it. She said, I pray that as your baby girl continues to go viral in such a negative way, that she is protected from the hands of crazy people in this world. I also pray that although this is the accepted norm, that perhaps you consider the other side of the public view. I also pray that this is your daughter's desire, that you not limit her to the confines of how Maryland does things and think of dance from a global or international future for this baby girl. Do not confuse her, please. So the mom, the same lady that said that comes back and tells the guy, she said, fuck you back. She said, fuck you back if it was directed toward me, sweet pea, is what she's saying to the guy. So then the mom comes back and says, this is common here, but when we go out of town, they don't, because they know the rules. So again, you're basically telling her what she's saying. How is it okay for you to let her cuss in band, but she can't cuss outside of band? Can we make that make sense? It's okay, baby. You can go and cuss at practice. You can go and cuss all you want. Whenever the coach and director tells you to cuss, you better say it. And that's what she said. She said it in the post, and she said, and she gonna cuss every curse word. That's what the mama said. That's what the mama said. I'm telling you what the mama posted. That's what she said. She said every curse word.
Oh, baby. Okay, babe.
Let me keep on going.
It's giving off real. Your baby to be doing a lot of stuff for attention.
She knows it's not accepted. She knows it's not tolerated. But she's trying to defend something so bad because she sees the views going up. Because baby girl is at 11,000 views in 3 days. So she's in her mind's like, oh, my baby ought to go viral. What? Somebody said I went to an HBCU and none of the dancers from no school curse. This is not becoming of a lady or a dancer. Where are they from, baby? Because no. Somebody said this is exactly what I'm saying. Like there is no class at all. These are children, not vixens. Ooh. Then the girl that commented said, she said, same here. Nope. Champagne dancers are definitely not cussing. I'm low-key hurt by this, and I'm a little concerned about any further backlash that would come from this little girl, for this little girl. But with the ignorant people, like in the comment section, said not to worry because she going viral. Pray for our babies for real. The mom comes back and says, thank you. She knows when to turn it off, meaning as soon as she leaves that black top, it's back to our regular scheduled program. Let me read this again. Wait. Like I know. Okay, wait. She knows when to turn it off, meaning as soon as she leaves that black top, which they practice outside, is back to our regular scheduled programming. This isn't a regular thing, only when performance permitted. Oh, Jesus.
Why would you want your baby to be a part of an organization that cusses? Like you said, that's what y'all do. So you heard them cuss, and you be like, I want my baby on that team right there. The one that said right there. I don't wait.
So
like,
I guess the girl that's being combative with her says falls on the leader and whoever created this routine and verbiage. Low level living, thinking, lack of exposure, stuck in dang old Maryland bubble, lack of vocabulary. So many thoughts here is what the lady's saying. Then somebody else came back and said, I've been around multiple college bands, marched beside a few, and never have I ever. And I mean, I follow these same women on social media and they still have class. I don't know where this group is at, but clearly the whole town needs a coaching plan. Then somebody comes on and says, here go one of her minions. Girl, if you don't stop replying to these people and start packing y'all suitcases for a vacation, because Kai already said, keep my band name out your fucking mouth. Yeah, I think that was what she said, and that's on that. And the mama says, that's exactly what she said, and she meant it. Somebody else came up here and says, they don't help you take care of her or none of that. It was just a part of a routine. And I'm pretty sure the kids cuss behind their back because that's what kids do. You don't have to explain a bitch ass thing to no one, especially to a bunch of people who barely know you. But if that child gets snatched up, I felt that in my spirit. I just felt that just shifted just that quick. If your child gets snatched up from being out there, if your child gets snatched up because some pedophile and some nigga in their mind is ignorant and see that you're allowing your child to be grown as she was portrayed on that floor, on that ground, and they snatch your child up. As bad as sex trafficking is, you're going to want the same people in this community that you're talking against, you're going to want them same to rally around you and rally for you to try to get your child back. But see, y'all don't think about that. Y'all don't think about that. Because in them people's minds that's got messed up, nasty minds, they don't give a damn what that child, they just see what they like. But y'all don't want to have that conversation. You don't want to talk about your child out here being portrayed as grown because, she was being portrayed as grown. You don't want to talk about that. You don't want to talk about the potential of your child getting snatched up, thrown in the car, and because it's still happening, especially in the DMV area. It is worse in DC, as we know it. Sex trafficking is real, but you don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to have that conversation because it hits too close to home. But you have your child and you're thinking that it's okay for your child to go viral because she's out there saying, keep my name out your motherfucking mouth, and then y'all are boasting about it? Sounds like mixed signals to me. Sounds like mixed. This is just crazy just to read the people's responses, y'all. This is ridiculous.
And honestly, no, whenever that baby, if she gets older and wants to be on a team, no slack to the mother. But I can guarantee, like, it just give me about like that's the mama that's gonna give the director the most problems. Why my baby not in front? Why my baby not doing this? Why my baby not doing this? That's gonna be the one that you gonna have to really explain, like, baby, this is not your team, and you know your child gonna be able to do what they want to do. Out of here.
Somebody went on to say, honey, it's not cool. I don't care how cute you think your child is or any child is. No child should be cussing like that, but that is going to bite you in your butt later on. Oh yeah, by the way, that's not the first time she said that. And she said when you're not around, you have the right to raise your child the way you want to. Somebody said ghetto. Somebody said you and your coach is a dang fool. Whoever thinks that this is okay is dead wrong. Somebody else said it's the justification for me. Y'all be wanting y'all kids to be so grown so fast. It's trash, sis, period. Somebody else said ghetto as fuck. Nothing cute about this at all. And to justify that they let them cuss in a routine is plain sick. Like, yeah, okay, they swore, but to keep swearing and say that and say they fucking it up and they fucked that up next to your kids is ghetto. No morals and no sense of responsibility when it comes to your kids. Do better, sis. Somebody else said it's all fun and games until she curses you the fuck out. It's not cute, but this is what happens when you have females with no decent home training. Ooh, wait. She said it's fun and games until she curses you the fuck out. It's not cute, but this is what happens when you have females with no decent home training, have children, and then you want to justify it. I can only imagine what go on at home if you think this is okay. And I'm sure CPS will become curious too. I bet you won't be laughing then. So again, why you think that your child is going viral? If that video gets in the wrong hands,
yep.
Deanna, we can't hear you, baby. You still on mute, sugar bump. What you say? No, girl, we can't hear you, girl. It say you got unmuted, but hello? Come out and come back in. Jennifer.
Girl, it's tacky. I don't like it. I'm not the one. I don't like speaking on parenting, but I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like it from a parent standpoint, from a coach standpoint, from a counselor standpoint, because if you got your baby in the habit of turning it on and off now, or when she becomes older and she gets in the habit of turning it on and off, like you said, she will get snatched up.
I like that, lovely Nate, and I agree with that. That is why. She said this is why kids don't have sportsmanship, because their coach is allowing them to do this and say this.
Exactly.
Why?
And what I was saying was it will place a stigma on the team, because if you look at the comments, most of the people that were condoning were either related to her or part of the team. But everybody else was like, no, this ghetto, this, that, and the third. And so now you have placed this negative label as a coach more so than the parents and the dancers on your team, to where people probably not going to want to invite you anywhere. You're probably going to get judged. Like, you can't even, if they go to a competition, they use this routine, they're going to get disqualified. Like, I don't think people think about the long-term effects of things when they do it. They think it's cute in the moment, but it will follow you. That baby will now be a meme or a GIF or whatever you call it. And they're going to be like, where was that little girl 15 years ago that was cursing up a storm? What's she doing with her life now? Like, it's just unacceptable. We shouldn't let everything into our communities and allow everything to just go on. Let children be children. It is not cute to have a little child cussing up a storm. It's barely cute to have an adult do it. And I'm somebody who curse all the time, but I know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. If I'm at church, I'm not going to be cursing. If I'm in a space where they're saying, hey, we don't allow cursing here, I'm going to be respectful and be like, okay, y'all don't like cursing, so I'm not going to curse in your space. And so you have these people that think every little thing is cool and cute and just want a viral moment. Like, you're going viral for the wrong shit. You're not going viral because the routine was cold. You're going viral because
that routine was very lackluster.
And I guarantee you, if they brought the energy, but after they said all that, if the routine lived up to what they said, I don't think they would be getting as much backlash. To be honest, I still think it's wrong, but I don't think they would be getting the response they got if the routine.
Because we've seen, y'all know, in the Majorette community, we've seen some stuff that got to like, oh God, it got close, but they caught themselves and they were able to. When they said it, we knew they was where they was going. We knew what they was about to say, but then their routine came after, and it was like, we just forgot all about what y'all was about to say because y'all just killed it on the floor, and then we didn't get that same response. So it's like, the routine was not giving what it was supposed to give.
Yeah, but obviously they don't see anything wrong with it. I ain't got to pay none of these people bills to take care of their children, like she said.
I don't even.
Hey, let your child curse all day if you want to. I ain't got to, but don't be asking for my money and no GoFundMe to send your child to college because she can't get no scholarship because she gonna be cursing at 5.
Oh, baby, it's coming.
Oh wow. I just, Lord Jesus.
We just gonna pray, and we're gonna work with the people that don't want their kids to curse. Okay.
Yeah, because that on so many levels. Y'all, let's take a quick let's take
Yeah,
a
and I
commercial
have an
break.
announcement before you kick me out.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick commercial break and then we're gonna wrap it up and you can tell me the end. Quick commercial break.
Okay.
Work it. Party so insane. These girls are off the chain. Party so insane. These girls are off the chain. Party so insane. These girls are off the chain. Party so insane. These girls are off the chain.
It's Showtime Nationals. Welcome to Los Angeles Dance Competition, July 22nd through the 23rd, 2022. Hosted at the Hilton Los Angeles Airport, 5711 West Century Boulevard, Los Angeles, California, 90045. Tickets are available now at eventbrite.com by searching It's Showtime. Welcome to Los Angeles. Categories include HBCU Combined Walkthrough, Creative Combined, and Combined Pom-Poms with a Twist, Mini Junior Combined Stands, Senior HBCU 8th and 16th, and we have also added a Mini Junior Overall Grand Champion with categories including Combined Mini and Junior Walkthrough, Mini Junior Combined Pom-Poms. Over $4,000 in cash and prizes. This is one show you don't want to miss. Meet us there, July 22nd through the 23rd in Los Angeles, California.
I'm finna work it. I'm finna work it. Oh, I'm finna work it. Don't hurt it. Oh, I'm finna work it. I'm finna work it. Oh, I'm finna work it. Don't hurt it.
All right, y'all. So please do not forget, y'all. Please do not forget that we will be in Los Angeles. Y'all, we got 2 months. 2 months, y'all. We have 2 months to the biggest national competition to hit the West Coast. It's Showtime Nationals. Welcome to LA Dance Competition. Categories do include Majorette, Drill, and Drumline. Step team categories are, those are division categories are HBCU Walkthrough Combined, Combined Creative, and Combined Pom-Pom with a Twist. We have also added Mini Junior Combined Stands, as well as Mini Juniors Combined Walkthrough, Mini Juniors Pom-Pom. You guys, so please make sure you guys do not forget to check us out. If you are a team that is wanting to register, you guys have till May 31st. To register your team. Registration is $25 per child. Then we're going to go ahead and go over. Now, this is what we want to see, y'all. July 22nd, that Friday, is It's Showtime Nationals Collegiate Division. That means anyone that is aged out, that still wants to compete, this is your time. Welcome to the LA Dance Competition. It's only 2 categories, y'all. Stadium entrance is a field show and HBCU stands in the stands. Doors will open at 9 a.m. Showtime will start at 10 a.m. There is literally 99 VIP ticket left on eventbrite.com. Both events will be hosted at the Hilton Los Angeles Airport, 5711 West Century Boulevard in beautiful Los Angeles, California, 90045. Listen, y'all got time. We just got another team that registered from Houston, Texas. They coming. Y'all go ahead and get on it. Bring y'all kids, bring your team, tell your coaches, hey, y'all heard Lady Jazz. We want to go to LA. Y'all gonna go ahead and make it happen. We're gonna do what we gotta do in fundraise. But y'all, wrapping this up, what do you have to say, Jennifer?
Okay, it's the summertime, so y'all know what that is. We got summer band coming back in full effect. If y'all follow any of the videos, if you follow Jasmine's page last year, I had her doing advertising for me. We're doing it again. Jackson, Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee, New Orleans, Texas, and Alabama. Everyone's coming to this. It's an event y'all don't want to miss. We'll be going live soon. We're gonna talk about what exactly is these all-star mass bands, these 18 and up teams, these collegiate division teams, and what makes them different than these teams now. So stay tuned, guys. I'm excited.
Yes. You want to say hey to the people? Say hey. Okay, get down, Spain. So again, you guys, we just wanted to bring this to awareness because obviously this still affects us as a whole, even though this is not in our community per se. When we're talking about Majorette, this is still a part of our Black children, our entertainment. And we have to take some type of responsibility. I ain't gonna play with you, Jen. Jen rocking her jacket and her apparel that she got for TJ. But yes, you guys, please make sure you guys are using more conscious be more cognizant of your actions, be more cognizant of how you are portraying and what do you want your organization to stand for? What do you want the image? What type of image are you wanting to portray to the public? Do you want people to look at you as ghetto and like, oh no, we can't invite them because y'all seen what they did? You see what they allow their kids to do? No, we don't want that. Or do you want them to be recognized for the talent that they have and that they display on the actual floor? You guys have to use better judgment. You got to use better judgment. And parents, you have to use better discretion too. You got to know when it's okay and when stuff is not okay. And just because you want someone to feel like, oh, my baby about to go viral, I'm gonna record this, because that's exactly what she was expecting and is doing it. But is she going viral in a positive light, or is she going viral in a negative light? Because really, honestly, the only people that's agreeing with it is people that support you and your child. So either they're your family, friends, or they're people that is a part of the organization. But the people outside looking in, if we want to talk about supporting each other, if we want to talk about, taking up for each other, don't come crying to us if something were to happen. God forbid that it does. But do not seek that same community that you're out there against and saying, oh, well, F y'all. Don't come looking for us if something was to happen, because you never know how the tables will turn. And with that being said, this has been another episode of the Majorette, where we teach, educate, and bring awareness to what's going on. I would like to thank my guest, Deanna, and my guest, Miss Jennifer, for coming on. You guys, at this time, we are wrapping it up. So we'll see y'all next time on the Majorette.
T stands for teaching, E stands for educating, and A stands for bringing awareness. And that's exactly what we are doing. Somebody put me in beef flat because I feel like I'm about to go there.